Hello everybody, my name is Eugene Capon, this is CaponDesign TV. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make your own avatar for High Fidelity. We're going to be using two different products to do this. We are going to be using Adobe Fuse, which I did a video on probably about a year and a half ago. And we are going to also be using Blender. It's a free program, it doesn't cost anything, and I recommend you try to learn it. It's not bad. There are different aspects of it that you can use for different things, such as game production, 3D modeling. It does have its own game engine, but I would recommend using something different like Unity or Unreal. And this is Adobe Fuse. And Adobe Fuse is basically like if you took the create your own avatar portion of any like MMORPG and really sunk it in, like really dialed it into like a professional level. For instance, say you want to be, let's make like an Archie looking anti-hero, for instance. Maybe I'll go ahead and grab, male scan number 3, and when we hit it, it'll load up. And this is a really good render. This is not bad. So why don't we go ahead and grab another, we'll grab a body, we'll grab some legs, we'll grab some arms, and I don't know if these are photogrammetry models, but they are really detailed. I mean, just like really detailed. And the ability to like customize it is pretty darn extensive. So we're in the assemble portion, and that's basically where you're just choosing an arm, a leg, a torso. And then what you want to do is go to customize. And from here, you can basically use sliders to control his body and all the different parts. So if you want to be really strong, like have really narrow hands, you can control it, his wrist length, his thickness, thickness. You can control his resting expressions, whether it's angry, or worried, or confused. Maybe his mouth is just like generally open for some reason, like, I am so shocked. Maybe you want his, eyes to be all over the place. Anyway, I'm just gonna put him back to normal, which is fine. Now if I go ahead and grab the torso, all the different parts are going to show up, and like I said, you can get like really into it. I mean, like there is a lot of customization to get into this. And if the sliders aren't doing it for you, you do have the ability to grab a geo tool, and you can turn on symmetry, and you can really do some stuff, like just making them like super tone. Just like really dial them in. Cool. So from here, what you can do is, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention this, but you do have options up here for how to move him. And this is just like target. It just takes you back to like your starting area. So the next thing we need to do is go to clothing. And I feel like he would have like a leather jacket. You know, he's an anti-hero. Leather jacket would be nice. You know, maybe he's wearing like some skinny pants that aren't too skinny. And say we get some shoes. Maybe like tactical combat boots. Man, that does not fit very well. You know, let's give him like running shoes. Or you know what, let's try reapplying the pants. There we go. Now you do have to remember that this is for rapid prototyping and creation. You do have to really dial it in later on. And I will, you know, go over that in another video. But for this is just to get you an avatar working and in the process. Cool. Now, the next thing we can do, wait, you know what? We should probably add hair. I mean, there are all these different options for different things that we can give him. Like, I do like this Freddie Mercury stash. And let's go ahead and give him hair. I love it. You know what? I think maybe we should do something more like a faux hawk. Yeah, you know, I love this. This is what we're going to make. And so once we're done picking out his like clothing and his facial features as far as like hair goes, and you know, maybe some gloves. Give him some gloves. Like a biker gang or something. Cool. Now, once we're done with this, we get to go to the fourth area, which is the texture. And from here, we can grab items like, say, the jacket. And the first thing we're gonna do is turn up the texture all the way. The second thing is, you know, let's get all the different jacket textures all the same. I mean, here we kind of have like a mix and match scenario. So we're just gonna quickly go through. I'm gonna leave the shirt white. And you know, let's grab the pants and we can make them like leather pants too. This is amazing though, the denim pockets on the back on the leather pants. So let's just go through. Let's start replacing all the different sections with leather. Cool. And if we did want to, you know, change the shirt, we could, you know, change it to like a red or something. But you know what? I really like the white. And you know, what if we want to grab the hair and we'll make it different? We can up the texture, we can take down the roughness. We can, you know, change the color to something a little bit redder. We can change streaks and stuff. You know, I wanna do the eyeball. Let's do the eyeball. The eyeballs are always really cool. And we can actually change it to feline. So it's very like, you know, very feline-ish. And then we can kind of turn it to red, very demonic. He looks like he's from Naruto now. That's right, I watch anime. And you know, we'll change the mustache as well, color. You You know, and you can go through and play with these settings for like hours. I definitely don't want to do this for this video, but it's an option for you. And when we're done and it looks good, and you know, it's very much like us, what we can do is, I'm gonna just quickly make these leather boots. Just quickly make these leather shoes. Maybe some white in there. That looks cool. Kind of like his shoes are being held together for some reason. And what I love about this are the pieces of clothing actually can fit to the body that you've set. So say we go back to customize and we go back to feet, and we want him to have like really long feet or really short feet. The shoes will actually change with it, which is cool. So say we are all done. This looks great. You don't want to change a thing about it. Well, the next thing to do is to send it to Mixamo to get rigged. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and it does take a few minutes, so I'm gonna skip forward. And so if it looks like it's taking forever for it to load with Mixamo, that's probably because it is on your side as well. I'm gonna go ahead and cut forward just to save time on the video, and I'll see you there. So once it's sent to Mixamo, it should show up just like this with all of your textures and colors and model, but if we zoom in really close, you'll see some issues with the eyelashes right away. So we need Blender to fix that. So before we hit finish, you want to make sure that the facial blend shapes are enabled, and you have a standard skeleton of 65 points. Finish. Use this character, and then download. You're going to want an FBX, and you're going to want it in T-pose. If you're using it for Unity or Collada, you're going to want these, but for us, it's this FBX. So as some like pre-setup stuff, we're going to go ahead and make a new folder. We'll call it Fuse Model. And inside, we are going to type in Mixamo Raw and Blender. And this should just be about finished downloading. And I'm gonna quickly fix this. So, we're gonna grab this, and we're gonna make a copy of it, and we're gonna put it in the Blender folder, and we're gonna paste. And then we're gonna open up Blender. If you don't have Blender, there is a link down below in the description. We're gonna remove this cube. We're gonna right click it and hit delete. And then we're gonna go to File, Import, FBX. And we're going to go to wherever you saved that fuse model. Import. Now, right away, it will look like nothing's there, but if we change the method of display to material, it'll take just a moment for everything to load up. Cool. It does look a little dark, so we're going to go ahead and create a point light. Just to light our character. Now, if we go ahead and hit rendered, you can see all the little details and stuff, but it looks just super smooth. So we're going to have to fix that. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to right click each of the materials, and we are going to go to Material, and under Specular, you're going to put it to black. And we're going to do this for all the different sections. Now I'll just take a moment. All right, cool. And if we get super close, you can see these eyelashes. Just right click them, it'll select them, and hit delete. Because you don't need that sort of negativity in your life. Adobe should really at some point fix that. So once we're done with that, if we right click the materials and hit texture, we're gonna go ahead and turn off the gloss and the specular. Just quickly grab all the different pieces, turn those off. And that way when they're inside of High Fidelity, they will actually look normal. So you can edit the different textures directly with Photoshop. And I love to use Cinema 4D for checking the textures, quickly reloading them after I've made adjustments. So from here, you would go to External Data, automatically pack into Blend. Now, if we had added new files, they would have automatically attached themselves to the model. And then if we go File, Export, and FBX, we can very easily get it to where it needs to be. So we can hit export. Awesome. And from here, you would go to Steam and turn on High Fidelity. So this is the world that we made for the glitch stage. And if you ever want to get here, you just hit go to and then glitched, and it'll pop right up. So we're not doing a show today, so there's nobody here. But if you want to get the model packaged up properly, all you have to do is go up to Edit, Package Model, browse for the model that we have. Here's our untitled. You know, I'll change it really quick, and we'll call it Fuse Model. Hit OK. And what it'll do is it will go through and calculate where the left eye, the right eye, the neck, the hip, the spine, all that digital information from the Fuse model, and it'll set up all the free joints for you. Like, he'll go ahead and do all the work for you. If we hit OK. So one of the things High Fidelity just told us was we are missing all the textures for the model that we're trying to package. So if we go to Adobe Fuse, File, Export Textures, we can go ahead and find exactly where we need to put everything. And we're gonna go ahead and make a folder, and we'll call it export. And what it will do is it will go ahead and make all the different textures for us. Takes a second. Now if we go in here, we now have all the different textures. Now if we grab these textures and we right click and we go to Blender and we put in the Fuse model, we now have access to everything we need. So if we go to High Fidelity and we go to File, Package Model, Browse, grab the Adobe Fuse model that we exported with, hit OK. It'll go ahead and go through the entire process of figuring out where the eyes are, the neck, the hips, all the free joints that you need for controlling inside of virtual reality. And if we hit OK, it will ask where to put everything. And we will go ahead and type upload and select folder. Now, if we go ahead and actually go to that folder, what we have is this fuse model.fst, the fuse model with the textures and the actual model itself. And these are the two that you want to send to your server. So once you have those on a server, all you need is the link of the fuse model or the FST model or the FST file, sorry. So once it's done packaging, what you'll have is a file folder called whatever the model's name was, and then a FST file. Now this FST file is what High Fidelity uses to bring everything together. It allows you to pull the model, it allows you to rig the different joints properly to your VR rig, and it applies all the textures. And once you have your avatar uploaded to your server and the avatar plugged into High Fidelity, you're set. I mean, you will have a fully rigged character that you created in High Fidelity. It's awesome. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you have any other questions, leave a question down below, and I do my best to try to get back to everybody. There are a lot of you now, so if one falls through the crack, hit me up on Twitter. I see everything on Twitter. And, you know, if you see more than one of these videos, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We're now in a relationship. Let's make it official. I'm Eugene Capon. This is CaponDesign TV. I will see you in the next video.